When creation starts, so we have what we call the Ein Sof in Hebrew, means the infinite one. Really, God is all that existed before creation began. And in order to make room for a limited creation, of finite beings like we are, human beings with limits, so Hashem had to limit himself. It's what we call in Kabbalistic terminology a tzimtzum. He caused a contraction of the Or Ein Sof, the infinite light, making space for creation to exist. So all of existence exists within this space that Hashem made, which is the first point of the creative process. After that, Hashem causes the infinite light to then become injected within the created realms. The difference is that as this light comes back in, it comes back in channeled. And that allows for Hashem to be manifest in the world in a limited and structured way. We can refer to Hashem as kind, mighty, giving, punishing, judging. All of the divine attributes can only exist after this process, after there's the idea of God limiting, and then expressing himself in a limited way through this process of creation. And that is really what we call the 10 Sfirot. These 10 Sfirot encompass all of God's interaction with the world. The first one is Keter, which means crown. And then we have Chokhmah, which is wisdom, and followed by Bina, understanding. Beyond that, we have now the lower level Sfirot, which are Chesed, kindness, Gevurah, severity or judgment, Tiferet, beauty or truth. And then the lower ones of this next section are Netzach, victory, Hod, splendor, Yesod, which means foundation, and Malchut, which is kingship. Now, if we look at these 10 Sfirot, they can be divided into 3 tracks: right, left, and center. Just to understand what these 3 tracks essentially mean, there are 3 general manifestations of God's divine providence and how he governs and runs the world. So all of these 10 Sfirot have multiple expressions. So the first 3 Sfirot, Keter, Chokhmah, and Bina, are the beginning of this idea of right, left, and center. Below that we have Chesed, again on the right, Gevurah, or judgment, on the left, and Tiferet in the middle, the idea of truth and beauty. Next level down again we have Netzach on the right, Hod on the left, and Yesod in the middle. And the final Sfira, Malchut, is kingship on the bottom. It's also in the middle. Now these 3 tracks, the right, left, and middle track, are kindness, judgment, and mercy. So this idea of Chesed, Din, and Rachamim incorporate all of God's interaction. For example, if God is judging us for our misdeeds or our shortcomings, so that is a function of the left, which is judgment and severity. If God is being benevolent, giving us goodness, that is on the right side of Chesed. If God is kind of fusing the 2 attributes, he's judging us from the side of Gevurah, but at the same time he's leaning towards mercy, so that could be an expression of mercy. When God is merciful in judgment, it's through the middle track. Let's say we have 3 judges judging a case. Each one might be coming from a different perspective. So Hashem has all of these different perspectives that all come together in a magnificent way that is beyond our comprehension, in the perfect judgment and the perfect providence. Sometimes we see things in the world that seem harsh because we're seeing only part of the picture. Only one that can see the full picture from beginning to end can understand how perfect and good God's ways are. And it is through these 10 Sfirot that we can experience this perfect expression and this perfect connection to Hashem and receive the ultimate good. Though life has its ups and downs, hardships, we have good times, bad times, we know that all of what we go through today is really like a school, like a training, a preparation for the ultimate expression of God's revelation, which is going to come in the end of days with the coming of Mashiach. Then we will see God's manifestation more clearly and understand how everything we've gone through is only for our good and is the absolute of goodness.